Well, hello there. Is marketing your lash business your biggest problem right now? If it is, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is that you found this video. Not only am I about to share with you the marketing mistakes I made while growing my lash business, but I'm also going to tell you what you can do about it. Now, for the bad news, marketing isn't a straightforward thing, unfortunately. So if you haven't given up hope and you want to put some elbow grease into it, trust me when I say you have what it takes to build up your clientele too. Hey, what's up, Lash Bosses? I'm Elisa Falona, owner of Lash Creative, and I want to help you create your happy by helping you run a lash business that is authentic to you. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you love cheese like I do. Did that make you want to subscribe? I hope it did. So before we jump in, I want to preface this video by saying I am not a marketing expert by any means. All my knowledge comes from taking a whole lot of online courses, Googling, and experimenting. So if you're down with that and you want to learn from me, then keep on watching. The first marketing mistake I made was not niching down. Let me explain what a niche is, because I know you're asking. A niche is a specific segment of your target market. Because you're a lash artist, your target market is people who wear eyelash extensions. A niche of that market could be moms who wear eyelash extensions, or maybe like college girls who are obsessed with the Kim K look type of eyelash extension. So let me go back a few years. When I first started out, just like you, I was having a really hard time finding new clients. That was until I decided to niche down. So let me explain. At that time, I had a big problem. I wanted to somehow give my Asian clients more fuller classic sets, because let's face it, these lashes, they're very puny, and I wasn't trained in volume yet. So what I did was I wanted to experiment with flat lashes, and eventually I stopped using normal eyelash extensions and just use flat lashes for all my classic sets, and that was totally my thing. So I niched down to Asian women who wanted natural looking classic lashes, and after several months of niche marketing and marketing my flat lashes, both my clients and my fellow lash artists were all calling me the flat lash queen, which is super cool. I know it seems counterintuitive to market to one specific person or offer one specific thing, because you're essentially reaching a smaller audience, but what it does is that it shrinks your competition pool. Because if you think about it, there's going to be less lash artists that are going to be targeting women who want the natural lash look or whatever your niche is. All you really need to know is that niching down allows you to be known for something, builds up your authority, and helps you gain more traction in clientele. Okay, moving on. The second marketing mistake I made was not having a branding strategy. Now, this is something that a lot of lash artists don't really think about when it comes to creating their brands, and for me, I was no different. Actually, it's very embarrassing because I've rebranded my business probably like 5 times over the past 3 years, and the reason why you don't want to do this is because it creates a lot of distrust with your audience. But now I know that what I should have done was create a solid brand strategy and let that guide my brand identity. If you're like, what? Don't worry, I'm going to explain it. So your brand identity is the fun, designy stuff like your logo, your colors, your palette, and all that visual elements. And then your brand strategy is kind of like the essence of your brand. It's what you communicate with your target audience. It identifies who your ideal client is, your brand's purpose, mission, vision, unique selling point, messaging, and so much more. It's the foundation upon which all of your designy and fun stuff should be built upon. Otherwise, all that fun designy stuff is just going to be sitting pretty there and not being that effective and not helping you get clients. So let's think about this for a moment. If I compared your brand to another lash brand and you both look the same, maybe you guys are using the same paint, maybe you guys have the same font, you're both competing at the same level because there's nothing to distinguish your brand from their brand. But if you have a brand strategy which helps you to connect with your audience, tell them what you're about, why you do what you do, why you want to solve their problem, and you give them a full brand experience, your audience will see your brand and be like, oh my God, I love your brand and I choose you to do my lashes. I don't know why I just did that impression. So let me show you how I incorporated a brand strategy when I was working with clients. My ideal client was a woman looking for natural lash extensions. So I showed natural looking lash extension photos that represent that. My purpose was to help women feel more confident so they can live their best lives. So I showed confident ladies on my feed. My mission was to empower and uplift women to take control of their lives. My vision was for a world where every woman could wear lash extensions that still made them feel like themselves. And my brand personality was optimistic and playful. And here's how my brand looked like. It's not perfect, but at least there was a strategy and intentionality behind the content that I created, and my clients felt that as a whole brand experience. And it's not just what you see on the surface. What you don't see is the relationships that I'm building with these women behind the scenes. It's my tone of voice in my captions and what the content matter is in my videos. All of this together is like a brand package, and this helps people to understand if I was the right lash artist for them or not. By the way, let me know if you guys want me to do a more in-depth branding video, or if you have any other suggestions for videos. I would love to know, so leave a comment down below. The third marketing mistake I made in my lash business was not learning how Instagram actually works. I remember for months I'd be sitting like this, just looking at my phone, just wondering what the hell I was doing wrong. Feeling pretty crappy because my following wasn't growing, no one was liking my stuff, and I wasn't getting any bookings. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you are at this stage if you're watching this video right now, and I know how disheartening it can feel, but do not give up. Because what I didn't know back then, and what you maybe didn't know until right about now, was that Instagram is like a game, and you need to know the rules to win. So I'm gonna give you a little mini lesson on how Instagram works. Instagram runs on an algorithm, which is highly intelligent and sophisticated artificial intelligence code made to make Instagram addictive and get people to stay on the app for as long as possible. Because Instagram makes money from advertisers who pay to show their ads on the platform. It's the algorithm's job to study all the users and their behavior and then push content of interest to them so that they never put their phone down. Hate it or love it, Instagram is a free platform for lash artists to use to easily find potential clients. I know it doesn't feel easy right now, but you're gonna get it. As a lash artist, learning how the algorithm works is super important to understand, because to get your content seen and pushed out to Instagram users, you have to make content that people actually care about. So how does the algorithm know what posts users actually care about? There's a number of factors that tell the algorithm whether to show your post to users or not. Some factors are interest, so whether the user has shown interest in posts related to posts like yours. Relationship, whether the user has engaged and interacted with your past posts, and other things like recency and relevancy of your posts. There's a lot more to it, but I'm just going to try to keep this simple. So let me just summarize the 3 points that you should remember. 1, your Instagram content needs to be highly valuable. Think of educating, inspiring, or entertaining people. 2, your Instagram content needs to promote engagement, like getting people to like or comment on your posts. And 3, your Instagram content needs to be consistent. As long as you're consistent, the algorithm will push out your content to more users. So once I started doing what I just summarized, my account has grown steadily and organically over the years, and I've successfully booked many clients. And finally, the 4th marketing mistake I made was, and I'd say this one had the biggest impact on my booking, so listen up, was not doing any face-to-face video. If you're asking, what's doing face-to-face video, Elisa? Think selfie, but with a video and you talking. It's like this.
A lot of you guys are getting lash extensions for vacation or holidays, and you may not want to get a refill. Well, did you guys know that you can actually get your lash extensions removed professionally by your lash artist? So we just apply a cream or a gel to your lash extensions and then just gently remove them, so it's pain-free. That way you don't have to wait till the very last few extensions where you're probably looking kind of crazy for them to fall off. So just so that you know it's an option, okay? And
what this does is that it lets your viewer connect with you on a much deeper level. But why should you care if they connect with you on a deeper level? Because in my opinion, when you're open, candid, and honest about who you really are,
but no pretentious stuff,
then you start attracting and building trust with people, and not just any type of people, your people. Kind of like the people who you would get along with normally in real life, even though this is real life, but the people that get who you are. That's my explanation, and I'm sticking with it. Before doing any video, I was only posting photos and videos on my feed and not really getting many new clients. And when I mean videos, I just mean like boomerangs of lash photos. So I thought, what could I do differently that would make me stick out more? So one day I picked up my camera and said, you know what? Let me try just showing my face and talking on camera, and let's just see where that goes. And don't get me wrong, I sucked at it at first, and I'm sure many of you will too, but that's okay because over time I got better. And because I was showing people my mannerisms, my quirks, my hobbies, I began creating relationships with people and would get DMs about what I was eating or what I was wearing. And it was like a two-way conversation too, right? Like I would ask people what they were about. And eventually I was able to book more clients because of that. There's one thing that you should know about marketing, and that is it's easier to sell to people when they know, like, and trust you. And to do that, you need to create connections and build authentic relationships with your audience. And so when you think about face-to-face video compared to a post on your feed, which do you think is a better way to connect with people? What? You said face-to-face video, right? I know you did. Correct. It's actually the best way to do it. You may be asking, Elisa, what exactly should I talk about in these videos? Well, let me show you. Now that you know what to talk about, do yourself a favor, pick up your phone and start creating face-to-face videos. You don't have to look perfect, you don't have to sound perfect, you just have to be yourself. Number 1, niche down. Don't offer a bajillion options to a bajillion people. Just focus on one segment, one service, and get really, really good at it and talk about it nonstop. Number 2, take some time to create a brand strategy. Get clear on your ideal client, your brand's purpose, mission, and vision, and personality. Number 3, learn how to use Instagram properly. To save yourself time and frustration, do not wait to do this. Google it if you have to. And number 4, start doing face-to-face video because it will help you build stronger and real connections with your audience. And in my opinion, if you could only do one of these things right now, it would be to do video, because I think it's the most effective thing that you could do to start attracting new clients. So I challenge you to a duel. Just joking. But I am challenging you to create your first face-to-face video, and all you have to do is introduce yourself and say 3 things that you want your audience to know about you. And if this completely scares the pants off of you, then do a boomerang of your face and write the 3 things in text. It's not as effective, but it's a start. And since we talked a lot about strategy in this video, and since I know there's many of you struggling with marketing, come back to this channel next week because I'm going to share with you why you need a content strategy to help you find more clients. This is going to be a juicy video for all of you new lash artists posting lash photos on your feed only. Spoiler alert, that's a no-no. But I'll leave that for next time. That's it for now, bosses. If you love this video, then please like it and leave a comment down below. Plus, hit the subscribe button and notification bell for when I release the next video. Till next time, don't stop creating your dream biz. Don't stop creating your happy. Bye. Oh, I'm done. Should we do a dance party? I think so. This is my favorite song of all time.